Hello, my name is Devin Montoya, and you might be asking yourself, why am I staring at this Earth that's rotating? Well, I gotta tell you something. It has to do something about Earth. Yeah, I got jokes, but on a serious note. And if you could just give me a few minutes of your time, I could break down some of the key elements without boring you to sleep. In order for me to explain myself, I'll first explain to you what climate change is and why anyone would even care about climate change. What really climate change is the rise in the average global temperature because of greenhouse gases such as CO2 or methane. And I don't know if anyone's been living under a rock lately, but Earth's climate's been changing faster and faster throughout the last century. And it's something humans should take action towards because it's primarily a result from human activities. Now, I'm not here to blame people for the mistakes for the temperature rising. Well, let me take that back. With the rise in production on industrial factories, we can blame them a bit. To begin our journey, I want to head over to one of the most polluted areas in the world, China. Crazy, right? Who would have thought the most populated country in the world would be home to the biggest industrial workplaces? You have huge coal plants that are emitting an enormous amount of CO2, carbon monoxide. The fossil fuels are burning much faster than our atmosphere can even handle. And as if you could see from this graph, you notice that the CO2, when it's higher, the temperature rises. But when the CO2 lowers, the temperature lowers. Take a look at this picture. What scientists see is energy in the sun is being emitted to Earth by passing through our atmosphere. But as the energy rays begin to reflect off the Earth, the greenhouse gases begin to block the rays from emitting back to space. The rays stay back on Earth, causing an increase in global temperature. Carbon monoxide, though, isn't even the worst of it. I would have never put my money on cows being the worst emitters of greenhouse gases. Better believe, out of the 1.6 billion cows that roam the earth, methane is 23 times more harmful than carbon monoxide is. Wow. Now, I want to fly us to one of my favorite places of all time, and of course, Dallas Cowboys. Let's go. To Texas. So why Texas? Because farms, duh. There's cows everywhere. So, is there a way to reduce methane in cows? Yes. Cows feed on plants, and the bacteria in a cow's stomach metabolizes with the plant to produce methane. But wait, Devin, there's no way to stop this. We need to eat. Well, scientists got you. They're working on breeding cows to produce less methane by changing the bacteria in the cow's stomach. Alright, Devin, we get it. Greenhouses are bad. The earth is warming. I like it warm than cold anyways. What does this have to do with me? Okay, relax. It's not all about you. The effect it has on Earth will blow your head off. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. The first long-term effect comes from the poles, where ice blocks are melting at a rapid pace, which will then cause a rise in sea level. Now, scientists discovered a rise of about an inch every decade, which might be unnoticed now, but future generations will be impacted. From the poles to land, places that already receive drought will probably be uninhabitable for future generations. California is a perfect example of fires gone wrong. It's hurting not just humans, but the entire ecosystems will start falling apart and extinction will become factual than fiction. So with all these catastrophes happening, is the world doing anything about it to prevent global warming? Well, with an active strength from the people, the world came together at the United Nations Convention to bring intelligent people together about climate change, to create the Paris Agreement. The future goal for the Paris Agreement over the next century is to decrease global temperature by 1.5 degrees Celsius to prevent major events like ice melting and drought, like we talked about before, from destroying cities. Countries in the agreement will provide aid to those affected by major disasters and push for better regulations toward industrial businesses. Now, if you're like this guy who doesn't believe in climate change and decides to opt out of the Paris Agreement, then I'm sorry. You voted for him. Sorry. Now, it's great to see the world is becoming a better place and everyone is coming together. People can argue that nature has everything to do with climate change, but nature was able to balance itself out for millions of years. And with only a couple centuries of human activities with industrials, people were able to alter Earth's climate quickly. So why not blame the people's actions? And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I didn't lose you too far off. So guess what?